the three paths were you could be a code monkey. So that means you're always an individual contributor, or you go the management route and go to like the VP of engineering route, or you stay in the hole but you get more advanced, and that's the CTO route. So the VP of engineering route is the path I chose, which is the management route. There's real like empathy that I feel like is needed when you manage, and that's just something I don't know. I have naturally with my personality. Because we've all had terrible managers, right? So it's really important to me to not be that terrible manager and just like listen to people and then try and put them in situations to succeed. I found myself reading management books. Like there's this book called 1 Minute Manager that I became obsessed with over the pandemic. And then I would just rave about it. And then I think it's great. And that is like, if I go and I see somebody and they have a bunch of meetings, I'm like, we need to talk. Your time is not being used effectively. We need to figure out how to make it so these meetings can be a Slack message and these Slack messages can be emails. And all those problems interest me a lot more than the idea of being knee-deep in technology and doing countless hours of research. I get very obsessed with running a team so the sum of the parts are greater than the individual, instead of the other way around. With technology and with programming, that can actually go into that, because if you have two pieces that don't communicate very well, you can accidentally like put little landmines in your code that will end up causing a disaster later down the line. That makes it so there's a lot more stress around and people aren't spending that time creatively solving problems. So that's why it all ends up being very valuable for the business. And that's why I'm even talking about it, like I'm really into how to build a very cohesive team and get it so all the pieces run. We try and hire people that are passionate and care about what they do, but they don't care too much, right? Because those people are too rigid. You have to remain flexible. We're at a startup. We're in new technology. There's going to be new information that comes up tomorrow that's going to have to make us make countless decisions of how we're going to approach each problem. So like someone could come to me with any problem in the world and think, oh, that's a pretty good one. I could be screaming internally inside. They're like, oh, that's very interesting. Let's work this.